Welcome to the Reserve Pour, where we uncover stories behind our favorite sips. I'm one of your hosts, Martinez, joined alongside
Gary.
Kevin.
Welcome to our show.
All right, so explain to me how this live stream business is going to work out.
Live stream.
Yeah, is it a little too soon? I mean, I'm still nervous behind the mic.
I think we're all a little still stiff, just like my drink. Actually, thanks Lawson for making these delicious old fashions.
Yes, sir. Very good. Very good.
They do not fail.
I would hope not.
But going to the live stream, right? I did have to research a little bit because we are going to go on Instagram Live. There's a couple of programs that I had to use. One of them being Yellow Duck, that gives us like a code to input into OBS to create the live stream.
Speak English, please.
Yeah, and that's the simplest way I can.
Why was the duck yellow?
That's the program.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know we picked up some cables yesterday, and it's not the right cable.
Yeah. So the cable that we got, it was a 3.5 to a 3.5, and again, right, this is probably talking gibberish to some people. But it's just the audio cable, and I thought connecting it straight to the camera from our microphone recorder was going to work. But our microphone recorder is a Type-C, so I'll connect the microphone recorder to the computer.
But you only found this out because I stopped by and just happened to have a conversation with you. And you say, hey, look at the cable I bought. And I was like, hey, how much do I owe you?
And then realized...
Now I don't owe you nothing.
And then realized that there was the wrong one.
So my question, right? Mm-hmm. You went and bought this cable without looking to see what cable you actually needed.
Yes.
Because in theory, that is what I thought, right?
In theory, but you have the recorder right there.
Yes, and we haven't done any live stream until the conversation came up off live stream. So I went based off of like maybe older technology where, you know, it's just
How
audio.
are we talking about?
I don't want to date myself.
I think I'm offended right now.
I think you predate 3.5.
No, apparently you need to do a little bit more research.
I definitely do. I mean,
I don't want to be embarrassed by you.
I should know my equipment first of all, right?
You should know because you're a tech guy, right?
Yeah.
But it is USB-C to USB-C.
Right. So the audio is solely going to go from the mic recorder to the computer straight into live stream. And then the camera is just purely going to be video.
Okay. And you're going to be able to mesh them up and make it sound beautiful.
Yeah. So you take the video from the camera and you take the audio from our microphones and everything should work seamlessly. And actually, I ran a test today, so...
Very good. I mean, in the video, can you make me slimmer?
Oof.
Camera does add 10 pounds.
So can you reduce 20?
I don't think that...
Please shop. I mean... Please edit that, please.
I'm a techie, not a magician. Oof.
You mother.
It's the same thing. But you know what? I like that idea. Let's talk about taking off 20 pounds.
Okay.
Taking off 20 pounds, or just taking off pounds?
What's the best way to take off 20 pounds? Because you know what?
So regarding fitness or fit or losing weight or all of that, right? One thing that I absolutely hate is fad diets. I think they're stupid.
There's too many out there.
What is a fad diet?
A fad diet is like lose 30 pounds in 5 days. And it's like, right?
Yeah,
like,
drink this.
Yeah.
Eat this.
Right.
Do this. It's like this.
Starve yourself for 10 days. And, you know.
There is just so much out there. Everybody and their mother they got some plan how to lose weight, what to do, what exercises to do, what to eat. It's
so the best way to lose weight is just to go in there and Photoshop some pictures, or...
I mean, at this point in the stage of the game for me, I'll Photoshop any picture right now. You know? But
yeah, I think so. I am taking a nutrition course slash
how's that working out for you?
Personal trainer. Oh man, it's kicking my ass, honestly. I took the course. I paid for it, ahead of time. It is at your own pace. It is one of the top ones is NASM, is like whatever.
So let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
you know I've been struggling with trying to lose weight. Not once have I heard him provide me any guidance. How about or advice? How about you, Lawson? You heard him say?
You wasn't with us shooting in the gym.
Oh, I guess
Wrong.
that's the first problem. I got to get to the gym, right?
And you know what? I found that is the hardest problem for most, because I struggle with the same thing, right? Just if I get to the gym, I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna work out hard, right?
It's that first hump,
right.
that motivation
Workout
to
soft.
get. It's that motivation to get like just up and going. Because I say the same thing in my head. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like in my head, I'm running marathons. Yeah, I'm working out, pushing big weight, or I'm looking good. And you know what? I get back to the room and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit my lazy ass on the bed and, think about what I'm gonna eat.
When I was working a lot of hours, that was one of my things. I would have to not even come home. I would just go straight to the gym, because I knew the moment that you get home, the kids want this, you need to do this, you need to do that. And for one or another reason, you just end up not going. And then you just lose track of time, and you're like, oh,
I'm gonna do it Monday.
And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Like, why not start today? You want to do something, start it today. What's stopping you today?
The first step in making progress at anything, to include our journey of the adventure, first step is always taking that first step.
Acceptance.
No, you gotta take. How are you gonna accept yourself if you don't take the step to accept
Take
Ownership.
the step.
Take
the
ownership.
step. There you go. Ownership.
As a wise man once told me, take ownership.
Yes. And I like that
What's his
statement.
name?
Oh.
I plead the fifth.
So moving on. I think there is no better time than now, and it kind of goes back to our story, right? How we started, and it was always a talk. Oh yeah, we should do this, but we never made a move, right? It was every time we would go out. Okay, yeah, we should do
Right.
it.
An excuse.
Yeah, right,
You
an
make-
excuse.
You make excuses.
And honestly, I am making excuses for the progress of my course on the nutrition fitness personal trainer, and I know it, and I think that the podcast, I've been focusing a little bit more on the podcast side, but I do need to manage my time better, because I do have plenty of time, especially being here, but that's definitely something I need to work with.
No, I agree.
Warhorse?
I agree because
Right now.
I agree because you know what? I make excuses up, and honestly, I have no excuse. So every day, like I said, I think about it, and I never do anything. And then I go and I talk to you guys and whoever. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym, and I never do it. So it's like I gotta get past that hump, and it's difficult. It's easier said than done, and I know there's plenty of people out there that are thinking and saying the same thing. And yeah, some of them are not like me. They're gonna get up and do it, you know. But I just have to do it. So what do you guys? What advice can you give me as far as trying to get past that hump, that initial hump, to get motivated to get going?
So, a big thing that the military is very helpful on with PT and everything is doing it with a friend. So even if you go to the gym with a friend, like so for us, we after work, because I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah,
before the
I
sun
know.
comes up
We
to go
know
to the
that
gym.
sucks because you know what? We all. I don't mind doing it first thing in the morning, get it over and done with.
No,
You
I
don't.
I definitely mind it.
I know you
But-
expressed that to us.
But even if you do get up in the morning, see if you can go with a friend, right? Because that's always going to be a big motivator, because now it's not just you at the gym. And that, from my limited experience, that's what stops a lot of people is I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to look a fool. I don't want to, do something wrong. And I think going with a friend helps with that. But the biggest issue is, understanding that you're not going to be a fool at the gym. The fact is you're going to the gym, you're going to learn to be better. And I think, part of getting over that mindset is just accepting that you may not know everything, but no one's going to be over there making fun of you because, hey, they know you're there trying.
it's funny you say that because when I do go to the gym, I walk in there and I think people are judging me of how I look physically. You know what I'm saying?
It's all mind. It's in your mind.
Is.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? There's people I wouldn't consider myself, way too out of shape. And there's people in there that are getting in the gym for the first time and, they could be 200-300 pounds and they're in there doing it. And I wonder if they're thinking the same thing. What's that?
200 is a really low bar.
Well, okay.
I'm well over that.
Well over that. Okay, but you know what? They're in there. But you know what? I have that block. And I'm just like, wow. But on top of that, trying to find a friend, having a plan. Like, I never have a plan. Like, I have a general idea of what I'm going to do. All right. The old thing that I always thought about was what I learned. Okay, Monday, I'm going to do back and buys. Tuesday, I'm going to do chest and tries. Wednesday, I'm going to do legs. And every day, I'm going to do calves and abs. And then maybe have a day of rest and then start that all over again. That's what I kind of like was taught. And we're talking like when I started back in the 90s.
Okay.
But I know there's way more just working out with you guys.
Before we get into the expert in the field.
Not me, I hope.
Oh, big
It's
tank.
definitely not me, but
Big tank over there.
like when I used to go to the gym, I still go to the gym, but Martinez was saying that, sometimes life just catches you up, and that tends to be what happens a lot of times of, you have your full-time job or you get off from duty outside of PT in our case, right? We get up early in the morning, we get prepped for work, you go to work, you come back, hey, we had an eye doctor appointment just yesterday, or hey, maybe you got a regular appointment. Maybe you got to go get groceries. Maybe you got to do laundry. Like I still got to do laundry, right? It's always something can get in the way.
Life gets in the way.
You have to live your life, right?
Right.
But I don't think you should get too caught up in going to the gym Monday through Friday. Cause like what you said, you have a plan on Monday, I'm going to do this. Tuesday, I'm going to do that. Like when I would go to the gym, I happened to be with a person at the time. We was going to the gym. We ran into some random guy at the gym. I think it was actually a recruiter or something. But like we just happened to talk, and he was like, you know what? I told him what I do at the gym. I just do full body. I don't try to target specific things because I'm not at the gym every day. If I'm lucky, I'll go 3 days a week, 3 to 4. And that's if I'm on a good week where I don't have anything special. So I'm in the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So like I make sure
I full body those 3 days that you go.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter what day I go. I will hit cardio at first because cardio is my enemy. I hate cardio. I hate stairs. I hate running. But, we got to run, unfortunately. So I would always start off with that. Then I'd hit legs. I hit upper body, shoulders, chest. Then I go down. I'll hit a little bit of back. Then I'll go down and finish up with core because core, it takes a lot out of you. But then I'd finish that and I'm done in again, an hour and a half to 2 hours just by myself. With a friend, it could take longer, also depending on just life, what happens. But as long as you have that plan of, hey, let me hit all of this, I don't think you need every day.
Okay. Yeah. So for like a really, if you want to do the breakdown, if you don't know anything else, then stick to those basics, right? I feel like once you're in there, you're doing it, even if you are doing a full body workout and you don't know what machines to use or whatever. If you're just doing the work, I even before getting there, right, having a good, decent meal plan. So a meal plan scares so many people because you think about now I have to completely do a brand new shopping list or all of that. No, if you do portion control, if you're trying to lose weight, just basic calorie count, maybe even. You will improve, right? If you're trying to lose, you eat just enough to suppress your hunger. You don't have to do no crazy fad diets. You don't have to starve yourself because, by the way, starving yourself is totally opposite of what.
On that note, when you talk about eating enough to suppress your hunger, that's basically just maintaining a calorie deficit. You're taking in less than you're using, but the whole point of starving yourself, intermittent fasting has actually.
I think that's a better word for
intermittent fasting. Yes, that's different than starving yourself.
Yeah,
because some of these,
just want to make that point clear of the
Right.
difference between the two, because you could intermittent fast. Because like personally, I don't need 3 meals a day to maintain my level of functionality and hunger and just everything. I'm fine with that, but that's not.
So now another thing with that is a trick to it is also to eat every 2 to 3 hours to maintain your metabolism working, which is what people struggle with, right? Your metabolism just breaks down a lot slower because you don't necessarily eat as much. So if you just eat a small portion, or even it could be like a fruit or something in between, just to keep your metabolism going, is gonna help with the progress of losing weight, right? So, I mean, again, right? I'm no expert.
Not yet. Not yet. He's not certified, by the
I'm
way.
not licensed in no way, shape, or form, right?
Yet. He's not licensed or expired license
Well, I mean,
in any state.
if that's the case, you're not licensed yet. I think you're still valid in Jersey. But.
What I did was I lost 30 pounds in 1 month. And
Sheesh. That's good.
what I did was, it was like a mixture. I basically, to me now, when I look back, starved myself. I cut out everything white that they talk about. White sugars, white flour.
That's a little bit sketchy to say.
I'm just saying because you know what? That's what I read. Pastas, sugar,
Pasta's
salt.
not usually white.
I know that, but you know what? They talk about like white flour, the bleached flour. Those type of things. This guy trying to be funny over here, trying to catch me up.
I'm just saying, you said it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No pun intended. But anyway, and I was eating salads and, a little bit of protein. I know
what kind of protein?
Dairy.
What kind of protein?
Chicken. I was eating chicken mostly and tuna fish.
That's white meat, baby.
See that?
That's white.
So I drank my coffee black. No cream, no sugar. Like I said, I cut all this out completely. Like I put sugar in my coffee. Like I think it was like, can I have a little coffee with my sugar?
Yeah.
But dairy and ice cream and milk with cake and milk, I was just bad. So I cut everything out, and then I started running in my neighborhood. So I lost the weight. Right? Did I maintain it? No, because once I lost the 30 pounds, I reached my goal. I made the mistake of
going back to your regular.
The weight came on, not the full 30 pounds, but the weight came on rapidly. And I said, and I was so disappointed. And guess what? I over time, I did get back up to where I was. I got in my own head. I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that is the problem with starving yourself and those fad diets, right? If you just drink juice for 3 weeks, you'll lose 40 pounds. But then when you go back to eating, then you're just going to gain that weight back.
Yeah, I changed my whole lifestyle, and I know it's a lifestyle change when you want to do things right. Eat right, live healthy. And I didn't stick with it. So what happened? So here with us right now, being in the military, I lost 25 pounds. I managed to keep that 25 pounds off. Do I want to lose more? I definitely want to lose more, but I've plateaued right now. I am stuck
in the sense of one.
I'm just stuck at one weight. I can't lose anymore. And I stay there. I might gain a pound or two, but I lose it. I might go down a couple of pounds. Huh?
You took a poop?
I do poop. I do poop.
And that's when you drop back to weight,
I
right?
do. I drop a couple of pounds. I step on the scale, and I was like, hey, there, I lost the 2. But I have not been able, even with whatever dieting that I have done and the exercise I've done, I haven't seen a significant loss. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is.
So the scale, it is one of your biggest enemies.
I've heard differently. I heard jump on that scale every morning because it's like a mental thing. Like you look at yourself losing,
it is a mental.
You see yourself losing a pound or two. It's like man. But then every day,
no. So it's gonna
my enemy now.
It's counterintuitive, right? Because now
I think it's broken. I think the battery died.
Exactly.
On it.
See,
it's reading too much. I think it's wrong.
Maybe I was stepping on it with you. Who knows?
You got to calibrate it.
Hey, now what's he doing in there with me?
Moving on.
Whoa. Hey, so it is your enemy, right? People get focused and fixated on that number, and it's like you can't, right? There's so many variables in place
I
that
do have a number. And
granted,
I am fixated on it.
you have a number that your goal target.
Yes.
Not the number you have on now.
Well, I want my goal target to match what's on the scale. Right now, it's very off. Right now.
Yeah, of course. That's the goal, right?
Calibration.
That's the goal. But it is your enemy because now you did sound a little like defeated, right? Because you're like, oh, I don't see progress, and you just said it, right? I'm doing something wrong. No, not necessarily, right? If you stick to a decent enough diet and you're continuing your running, you continue to work out, exercise, or whatever, it's gonna come, right? You just can't get discouraged because you plateaued in a sense. You just make a little adjustment here, a little adjustment there.
I want to be tank big. I want to.
Don't forget, Tank weighs more than you right now. We're not gonna talk numbers, but last time we checked, Tank weighs more than you.
I mean, I still want to look like Tank though.
Look, so a lot of people are discouraged also with lifting weights, right? Now, when you lift weights, the number in the scale is gonna say more, but because you're building muscle, you might not see fat being lost, but muscle weighs more than mass.
Yeah,
fat, right?
On that note, when we from the time we first got here, I definitely felt that I slimmed down a lot, and I definitely did. I see it in just how clothes fit, and even compared to now, to put it into without getting too deep into it, like my pants fit nice, but now my shirts, now I'm having to go up another size because when we're in the gym, we're lifting weight and lifting up heavier weights and then heavier weights. So on the scale, the number is still going up, but I'm not a little guy, no matter what. I don't think I'm ever going to be a little guy.
How tall are you again?
Yes.
How tall?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're the same height.
Yes.
Okay.
But
5'11", 71 inches.
A little bit more, but that's for another day.
Are you 6 feet? No way.
If you ask me on the street, I'm 6'2".
No,
but the point is, we're going to the gym, and I started losing weight, and then when we started actually lifting weight, those the reason I weigh more than you is because we were in the gym and still are in the gym constantly picking up heavy weight, which it's a blessing and a curse because I enjoy, I thoroughly enjoy going to the gym and lifting weight, but my demon is cardio because my cardio plummeted so bad when we was at home. I have my own equipment at the gym because, during COVID times, it was a mess, blah, blah. So I bought a lot of my own equipment.
Right.
But I was still making sure to include extra cardio. And I think cardio is one of those things nobody likes, but it's so beneficial. Because when I was running constantly, even with lifting the same weight, I was still lower weight than I am now compared to now hey, we're mostly doing just weightlifting. And I'm just now getting back into the cardio, and again, my numbers are up, but my shirt size is also up.
Yeah, and then that is to your point earlier, right? That it is good to go with friends. I've noticed that if I go by myself, I'm scared to put on an extra 10 pounds on each side of the.
That's because
the bar,
why?
Right?
Why? Because you need a spotter if you're doing free weights.
A fear of not being able to lift that, right? So, but knowing that they're there, even if they're not even touching the bar, just knowing a little bit of confidence, I guess.
Motivation.
Well, and motivation, definitely, right?
Height, man.
So because
competition,
he lifts up this amount, it's like, you know what? I'm going to try it too. Don't even remove it. I'm going to hit it once, even if it is just once.
Now, you know what sucks though? I see what you're saying, but I've watched you eat. And my man does not gain a pound, and he eats like freaking 8 square meals a day.
Easily.
That's metabolism, though.
Yeah, but here we are. He's midlife, right? Age.
Yeah.
And he still has that high metabolism.
I
think my metabolism is shut down. Okay?
The only thing that has notice any difference is my gut. I can't get rid of my gut.
Well, I'm looking at your gut now, and
I mean, it's there.
We need some cardio.
It's there. Yeah, and you know what? As much as I hate it,
We're gonna move on.
As much
there is
as I
no
hate it,
way
yes.
that I'm walking around the pool over here with my shirt off. As you see, I never take my shirt off.
Right.
I will not, and I don't even like how I look like that because I can see the jelly roll. The old spare tire. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I think that right there is also part of the problem is that you're caught up in, well, you want to look like this, but you look like that. Everybody's body is going to be different. Like Martinez, he has a very fast metabolism, even for his age, for everything about him, right? He just has a fast metabolism. We have a slower metabolism. Does that mean that you need to be like Martinez? Remember, you also have a little bit more moons on you than he does. So is that going to be the same? Is that a fair
True.
comparison?
I got a lot more miles on this.
You know, and even my mom would tell me like, oh, wait till you get to, to your
Her
late
age.
20s. Oh. And then it's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Wait till you get to your late 30s.
Right.
That sounds like me, because I'd be telling everybody, too, the same thing. Like, wait till you get to your 30s. Wait till you get to your 40s.
Personally,
wait till you get to your 50s.
Right. And me personally, my metabolism is still the same. I still eat like a fucking trash can, right?
You
like a dumpster.
kiss my ass, really, honestly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna need that.
Anyway, Kevin.
You know, I think what my problem is
What's your problem?
beer. I love beer.
I didn't want to hit that, but that's definitely going to be one of your
I love
biggest
beer,
takers.
Oh, God. All right. I'm not even going to go there either, because...
No, let's talk about it, because in the
What,
sense
talk
of
about
fitness,
what? Beer?
so
I watched you drink beer, and it's not a pretty sight.
Just
Yeah, it's not a
alcohol
pretty
consumption is very bad.
but
It's-
beer is a whole nother ball game.
It's empty calories. Is that what we're going to talk about?
Empty calories is like celery. You're eating it, but you're burning it as you're eating it. It's like an empty calorie.
Right.
Beer, you're just packing them on because of everything in it. The one can is 210 calories.
Oof,
if
my
you're pounding,
favorite.
I
Oh
know.
no! Actually, the art cars they're
yeah, 210, right?
no 200.
Okay, so it's 200.
Even
But,
so,
200.
200. How many are you pounding back a night?
oh,
yeah.
wait. The one night that we went out, we pounded, we did
Easily
a
six.
6-pack and a half. Like we had,
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm like, how many calories is that right there? I think it was well over
Look,
1,000.
600.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry. 6
1200.
cans is 1,200.
It was
yeah,
1,200.
1200.
We had like 6 beers each. And then what else did we have?
Some people's total calories for the day.
For the day, right.
1200. That's
Just
crazy.
So maybe
amount
that's
of
my
alcohol
problem.
you drink.
Maybe that's my problem.
That's not
I can't hang
the
out with you guys
problem.
anymore.
I think that's part of
Okay,
the
bye,
problem.
Gary.
A big problem is
Drink by myself.
We'll miss you.
stop drinking beer. Just join me with some nice whiskey and we'll cup.
I mean, look,
calories
I
in half.
can work out with the glass, right? As it
There you go. Yeah, some
to my
curls.
mouth, right?
That is
Some
my
curls.
my everyday workout, fork to mouth. Well,
Fork to
My
mouth.
goodness. I know. You know what? Yes, I do. I will definitely agree to that. I drink a lot. I love beer. I love to have a good cocktail. Do I drink more than I should? At times. And it's
At times,
probably
yeah.
not helping out with this whole diet and exercise
No,
thing.
definitely doesn't.
Nothing's in balance right now with me. So it's like, do I cut this out? Do I cut what I like out? Or because I'm not, listen, by no means am I an alcoholic, at least to some, but no. But what I mean is, what if you like your cookies or you like that one particular snack?
ooh, I'm
know?
glad you mentioned that because personally, me and sugar, processed sugar, because just
Yeah.
everything processed sugar, that is my weakness, and it has
got
been
you.
my weakness for a long time.
I
because
got you.
I like everything sweet, but I realized that because my drinking, I cut out my drinking for a period of time, and I was still seeing similar results. And I was like, you know what? What outside of my drinking is a big issue, and it was sugar. So like a lot of these processed sugar, like my thing is coffee in the morning. I like having a pastry. A nice pastry, some Danish something,
donut.
something sweet to go with the coffee.
The donut.
The donut.
And
Or
then that-
donuts. Yeah, there you go. A
Oh,
donut.
No. Wait. You like your ice cream too, but you know what? I
But
love
that's
my ice cream as well.
that's part of it. That's still all that processed sugar.
yeah, exactly.
Now-
So you got to cut. You got to realize
one of
and cut back.
our good friends, he would say that he would have a pint of ice cream at the end of every single day, and this was when he was at his primes. And I'm pretty sure you guys all seen the pictures of him because he brags about it as how.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
But, you know, at the end of the day, he used to, you know, just take down a whole quart or whatever.
But that's still
pint.
fine. If you eat a pint every day, I mean, that's still kind of excessive for every day, in my
Guess
opinion.
you just got to put in the extra work.
But that's the thing. You have to put in the work. So you could eat, if the only extra sugar intake he's taking, like excessive sugar, is that pint of ice cream a day, he's still going to balance out in the long run.
And that's what I was going to say. The balance, right? I know it's hard to keep track of your calories, especially your macros. And some people don't even understand macro concept,
I don't care
right?
to understand them, honestly.
Right. But it is a crucial part of
Okay, so explain real quick what macros is, because you know
your
what? Yeah,
macros is the breakdown of your carbs, protein, and fats.
Okay.
And we're talking about good fats, right? Like avocados have
Define a good fat.
avocados.
Okay, no, but what is a good fat versus what's a bad fat? I'm not saying what contains good fats.
Oh.
Because avocados contain a good fat.
I mean, when
what
I eat
is-
that
Sure, I mean,
seasoned
put
fat
me-
off
put
of my
me in the
steak,
spot.
that
Yeah.
is so delicious.
So,
Maybe that's my problem.
a bad fat, your saturated fats.
Right, your processed, your trans fats,
Mm-hmm.
all of that processed stuff. So the labels tell you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they say trans fats and then your fats. Your fats generally
They
are
have
gonna-
saturated and trans
Saturated,
fats on
right.
there separately.
right.
And those are the bad fats.
Those are the bad fats.
You know what I love? When you go to the DFAC and it has like green
yellow,
label
red.
those food like yellow, yes, yellow, green, and
Green.
red, and you're like, oh, okay, like
I'm just
yellow
gonna
is
eat this.
for
Intermediate.
yeah, like
Red is the fast track they have.
right for you.
Yeah.
I guess what for those that are on a diet or trying to watch what they eat, you gotta go for the yellows and the greens, right? The
You got to
reds
go for
those
the
guys that-
greens
Yeah.
and the yellow. Emphasis on the green, because if you are trying to lose weight, you know, the Army does have programs.
Yes,
and
they do.
Designated specifically to help people lose weight who can't meet height and weight requirements. So heavy emphasis on the greens and less of them.
Yes. And you know what? Not for nothing. Being in the military has forced me to stay somewhat focused on my weight, you know, on my fitness and overall health. At the end of the day, I have to do something because you know what? We get height and weighted, right? We take ACFT, you know, so it's forced me to meet those standards. Unfortunately, I only meet those standards when it's time for me to meet those standards. Okay? I'm not maintaining throughout the year, which is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
But here I am at the last minute. Oh wait, I gotta try to get a few pounds off.
Yeah, because if you are focusing throughout the year of maintaining that standard, then you're never going to have to fight at that time to actually
Right. The
meet that
pressure's on.
standard.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
imagine if you were to focus on that year round.
Yes. Oh my God! You know what I would look like? An Adonis.
You
A
look-
Greek god.
You'd look like a tank.
Michelangelo.
You look like a tank.
I look like yes, like a nice well.
The old ones, the little roundy ones.
No, the ones that you inflate. The
The balloon ones. Yeah, you know, it's all balance, honestly, and consistency. Consistency is key, honestly, over everything, right? You don't have to change your diet. You know, I love rice. I love tacos. I love beer, right?
Chacos, you say.
Tacos.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but wait a second here. Yes, I love a lot of those foods as well, right? But when you go back home to your families, if they're not kind of like
Yep.
on the same page as you,
Everybody has
guess
to
what?
be on board.
Everybody has to be on board because you know
Everybody.
what? It was very difficult for me to diet and I did my best, right? But when I got like my daughter saying, "Hey, what are we having for dinner tonight, Dad?" You know, I'm like, I ate my salad, and she's like, "Well, I'm thinking about getting this." Oh, okay, all right. You know what? Give me some wings, please.
You know,
or the goodies in the house.
On
cakes
that
and
note,
snacks.
let's talk about self-control because, you know, that right there plays a big part. My issue, like I was talking about before with the sugar, is self-control. I have real poor self-control when it comes to that.
No comment. You're right. Should I have self-control? Yes. I? No, because what I'm thinking of is I love food.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it up tomorrow.
I'm not even gonna comment.
Monday, I'll make it up Monday. Monday, I'm gonna burn it all.
Because
off.
I love food, and
I love food,
and I will eat it.
Ice cream is my favorite food group, and I've said that since I was like 5 years old. Ice cream, mind you, it's not a food group. It's my favorite food group.
Everybody's got to be on board to help you out.
Yeah, that is crucial.
You got to have that support.
It's beneficial, but at the end of the day, if you don't have that self-control to either not eat as much or watch what you eat and then go to the
is it
gym.
a combination
let me stop
of
you
all
there.
of that, right?
Yeah, totally. It is, right? So everybody does have to be on board. And now in the household, if you only cook white rice, chicken cutlets, like healthy stuff, spaghetti with, instead of using ground beef, use ground turkey, right? It's healthy. Now, absolutely. Ground turkey is so much cleaner than beef.
Fine. So why don't you just wash it in soap and water?
Yeah, that's totally how it works.
Oh yeah, let's.
If you can find ground bison, that's like 98%.
Listen, man, the average person going to the store right now is not looking for bison. They're going to get either ground beef, lean ground beef. How much fat is in it? 90% fat free. They're getting ground turkey. So I mean, they're going to the average supermarket.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is totally average. Like when we go here shopping, Walmart has bison, ground bison. I mean, it might not be like the best, but they still have ground bison, that you can consume.
Okay.
So you do spaghetti and the ground bison. Just try to like minimize
The bullshit.
the fried food, all of that.
The process.
I mean, even steak. Steak is great. Steak, fish, chicken. It's clean.
So, I have a question. You said steak is clean.
I know.
Steak
I
is
heard that.
delicious.
I was going to say something. I
So
love
steak
my
is clean. What is steak made out of?
Beef. But,
It's a cow.
right? Now, we're talking about
Wait. Hold on.
more.
Hold on.
Like,
I don't want to talk about steak. Because
Making you
I
hungry?
love steak. And I'm not having no one ruin my.
All right, that's fair.
I have my guilty pleasure, right?
I've been
steak.
I've been growing up, okay, and I'm very proud to say that I no longer order my steak well done.
That's a did I get him? Medium rare? Are you going to say that you like your steak medium rare, which is how everybody should be eating their steak, right?
At that point, just bite the cow, bro.
No. You don't understand.
Medium rare?
For a long time, I would never, absolutely never order my steak anything besides well done.
I agree.
Now, and I would say to myself,
Yuck.
right? I would say to myself, only a good chef will know how to do a quality steak that is well done. Now that still stands true, right?
It's still well done.
Because it does take a decent chef to cook you a juicy, well done steak.
Yep.
Granted, right?
The average Joe
It's
can learn
true,
how
though.
to do it.
But
It is
the
harder.
average Joe, you still have to pay attention. If you have just like your regular restaurant chef, they're not going to be paying. They're just going to cook. Oh, you want it well done? They're just going to leave it there.
All right. Let's fast forward to why now.
Oof.
Why? What made you all of a sudden
Consensus.
really like?
Everybody, right? All the experts.
No,
on
I don't
steaks.
think so. No. Just admit it. I
grew up-
barbecued.
Oh.
I grilled a beautiful steak the other night.
Let's talk
And
about the
you
last time you
were
actually
loving
made
it.
a
Loving
nice grilled
it.
steak. When was that, Gary?
What?
Yes, I do have to agree because maybe I was just drunk. No, I really wasn't. Listen, it was a really delicious steak,
Okay.
and the juices were flowing.
Ooh,
Absolutely,
yeah.
It
It was like butter.
It was great.
It was like
The
butter.
juices were
Butter.
flowing.
Butter in your mouth, right?
Hey, yo.
Hey.
Anyways.
Pause.
You even liked it too.
But I've been eating my steak medium for a while now. It had nothing to do with you.
Dang.
No, I think, you know what? This guy was hardly eating steak before we came out here. He
Yeah.
did not eat steak.
It was still
my
medium,
man was
though.
growing feathers on his back. He ate so much chicken.
I eat chicken all day because you want to be going to these crab boils and seafood places.
Man,
I'm not
open up your
eating-
horizons. If you're
Seafood-
allergic to shellfish or you're allergic to something, that's
But
one
that's the thing.
I'm
He's not
allergic to
allergic.
things that taste bad. And seafood tastes bad.
You,
Seafood tastes
you
bad.
taste bad. This
It's
guy
the
did-
consistency of it, the taste of it. I don't like it. I've
so
tried
Texture?
time and again. Yeah.
I watched you eat the other night, and it was like a beautiful disaster. He had that plate
well, that
right
plate was
here,
powered
right
up,
here
yeah.
underneath his chin. He was almost shoveling the food in it. He was
But just
having a
keep
good
that-
which
keep that
I
in
love to
mind.
see because you were having a good time. You were having a good time.
Keep that in mind of what happened for the couple of hours prior, and then while we're sitting at the table.
There was definitely plenty of drinking that day.
Yeah. We were enjoying a few drinks, but that's all right. That's all right. Anyway, you know,
Yeah, like I have said that while I've been out here that you guys have convinced me to go to the dark side and drink beer because beer. Even now,
Can I make a comment about your beer drinking?
let's talk about our beer drinking.
Because even though we've introduced you to craft beer and primarily IPAs, right?
It's still disgusting.
Exactly. To watch your face, it disappoints me. I feel like I failed. I failed you.
Now, hold on.
I failed you because you know
Before
what?
you say
The face-
anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before you say anything.
What?
It is the same face that he makes when the drinks are too strong and there's a little bit too much alcohol in it.
How do you like alcoholic drinks but don't like the taste of alcohol? Yes, I agree. And that is
It's bad.
that is him right there.
Will I drink it though?
You know what it is?
Yep.
When I started trying craft beer, and whether it's IPA, lagers, ales, stouts, porters, right? I just did the whole gamut. Let me try everything, sours, whatever it was. And IPAs really stuck with me. So I get excited when I want to introduce somebody that never had that type of beer before. Any other beer besides your regular beers that you get at every bar or restaurant that you always have on the menu, right? Mm-hmm. I get excited. And to watch your face, your grimace is like, why doesn't he like it? Like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
It's not what's wrong with me. It's why would you subject yourself to that poison? Like,
I
it's
know,
just
because
so bad.
When I first got introduced, it was just like my head just went. I was like, wow, I just drank 2 beers and I'm twisted.
Yeah, but that's ABV. That's not taste.
Yes, it is. It is, but it was my first time
Yeah.
drinking. I never had anything as a beer like that strong.
See, as far as taste, it took me a while to acquire that taste because
That
my brother,
hoppiness?
my brother loved IPAs, right? And whenever we would go out, and he's like, "Here, try this, you'll like it," and I would take a sip, and it's like, "Dude, this is fucking disgusting," and
Still is disgusting.
I wouldn't. It took me a trip to Texas, and I was dying for a beer. And I get to the bar, and I was like, you know what? They didn't really have much of an option. They had an IPA, they had a porter, and crappy light beers, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me have an IPA. It was a Hapodelo. And I had a sip of it, and I was like, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's okay, right?
Okay.
I drank it.
All right.
And the same experience, right? And I had one, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm feeling nice.
right.
And I was like, you know what? I still have time for another one.
And you had another one, and you were
Let's
like,
have
"Ooh,
another
I
one."
feel even nicer."
Right. And then
But the
after
taste,
that,
yeah.
it was manageable. After that first experience, I mean, I'm all for IPAs now.
Nah, I got introduced to Rebel IPA, right? Sam Adams
Okay,
makes it, and a buddy of mine, our kids play baseball together, and the families would get together after a game, and we go
Naturally.
to somebody's house, and food and
Strong
we start
Island
drinking.
life.
He's the one that was like,
The
"Hey, you
burbs.
got to try this." And he had the same look on his face that I had with you guys. And I started drinking. I was like, wow. And I liked the taste immediately. Cool. But then when after that first one, I was like, man, I feel all right. And then he told me all about it. I was like, holy this is, I'm going to do this. This is my drink now. This is my beer. So, and it's been like that ever since. And I passed that on to my father-in-law, who will not buy an IPA, any other beer to this day. He will go and buy his Voodoo. Voodoo Ranger, and he enjoys, he won't buy anything else.
You know,
What's it called?
I'm glad you brought up that Voodoo Ranger because there is that one IPA that I am more tolerable than others, and definitely think for me it's a fruit punch IPA. So it has a
Hazy.
No, it's not a hazy. It's just a fruit punch IPA, but it doesn't have that big bite like you find with regular beer, and that's part of what kills it
It's
for
fruity.
me.
I think that's why you like it.
It covers
doesn't
up the
have
bite.
Yes.
Like it still has
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's warm. Oh my goodness, it tastes like I struggle to finish it.
Any warm beer is like drinking fucking piss.
That's
Speak
just
for
like
you ever
yourself.
drank piss before?
That's like
but,
drinking regular alcohol though. When
Does
it's
that make you
warm,
an alcoholic?
probably yes.
If you drink anything,
Whatever temperature it is?
this guy, you know what? I'm looking at him right now, and he's talking about how he loves this new beer that he found, right?
I never said I love it.
But meanwhile, you had a little bit of a joy in your face. I was enjoying it for a moment there.
He
But
really did enjoy it, though.
He did,
Yeah.
right? But
Generally,
he,
yeah.
But he also talked about drinking some freaking hard ass seltzer that he had about 2 weeks prior to that, and he was like, "Don't
don't
sleep
knock
on it.
seltzers, bro.
Don't sleep on." it. I'm like, "What,
knock
bro?"
them seltzers. You know
Like,
why?
I cut my grass, and that's my water. You know,
you
in the
want to
hot
talk.
summer
You want to
sun.
talk about the seltzers, right? Your diet. Drink some seltzer because you know what?
0 calories.
One of my favorites is White Claw. I'm white. I don't care. I don't matter. You know. It gets knocked on a lot.
My daughter's like White Claw, by the way.
Exactly. It gets knocked on because it's only 5%. It's quote unquote a female drink. You know what?
There's an
I drink White
Instagram.
Claw.
There's an Instagram guy that he brings 2 packs of Modelo's and a little pack of White Claw, and the wife is yelling at him like, "Why so many beers?" And she's like, "Why did you even get White Claw?" He's like, "What? This is appetizer."
There you go.
What?
But you know what? See, everybody make jokes about it, but seltzers in general, I'm a fan because it's water. So you're gonna hydrate while you're dehydrating. There's minimal sugars, there's no fats, there's minimal calories. Why would you hate it?
You know what? I agree.
They
Because you know
taste
what?
good.
And I wasn't lying about cutting my grass and drinking them because, like, the kids would come over the house and they leave the leftovers in the cooler, and here I am cutting the grass, and it's the summertime, and guess what I'm going into? The cooler. I'm like, let me try. What's this? Black cherry? Okay.
Yeah, black cherry.
Oh shit!
I like the pineapple, the
boom, boom, boom.
watermelon.
Next
Yeah.
thing you know, I'm cutting the grass, and then I've drank like
And then
freaking
the
12
grass
of
is
them,
cutting
half
you.
twisted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my yard was like shit, but you know,
You have fun doing it.
I have fun doing it. I ran over every bush and whatever. But
At the
you
end
go.
of the day,
At
if
the
it
end of
doesn't
the
taste good, I'm not gonna like. So like beer, I'm not gonna like it.
listen, I'll try
a lot of
anything
alcohol,
once.
I'm not-
I'll try anything once. Okay, so
I'll try everything twice, but
okay, all right.
seafood, beer, like I don't like it.
Wink, I'm winking at you, kid.
Hey, man.
Oh,
You know what?
God.
We've gotten so much off topic. Like we just
Have
went
we?
through the gamut of
Because White Claw. So when I was on a diet, right?
Okay.
My
Okay, yeah, I guess it still
All right, he-
fits.
he reeled
I'm
it back
a
in.
whiskey
Yeah,
guy.
I
I'm
guess
a whiskey
so.
guy. I love whiskey. Whiskey, it treats me right. Like I know what to expect with whiskey. The night of, the day after. I'm a fan of whiskey. Whiskey, bourbon, because bourbon is whiskey, but whiskey isn't bourbon.
okay.
Right. I was on a diet. I was drinking Tito's and Propel because again, hydrate.
Tito's. Oh
and
man.
Propel. Hydrate while you
Shout out to
dehydrate.
Tito's Thursdays in my house.
But the point, it's better for on a diet. You're trying to get that fitness in. So like, I like to drink in general.
Okay.
On my days off because, regular life outside of the military, life is just like we said before. You have to deal with life and life, like at my job, and then managing a lot of stuff in general is difficult. So on my days off, what? I'm gonna come
kick
back
back,
and drink.
right?
You know, on that note, I'm definitely gonna side on that. Working corrections, you do it every day, right? And I wouldn't say maybe in a way they did hate a little bit, but when our drill days would come in, or we have a mission, or we have assignments, or schools, or our 2-year once a year training, I would go away, right? And that is the break for mental health, for just in general, right? To break out of your normal routine, and it's huge. I think it's huge, right? For your personal sake, I feel like this comes with a lot of benefits, and even active duty. How sometimes we all banter between branches, right? But the Army, active duty, and reserves have this constant battle going on, and I don't think that there should be a battle because we do the same job, sometimes even better than active duty does it, and active duty does it 24/7, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. But we still fit.
Right.
We still do our job to accordance with whatever job you're doing. So I think this definitely breaks that routine sort of thing from your daily life, and it helps.
Oh, because you know what, I see. I think I understand now what you're saying. Because their life is very much more regimented than ours, doing balancing military and civilian life. Right, their life is just all Army, and of course they have, yes, they're outside,
after hours,
off the hours or whatever. But where we have to we have to put a lot more focus and work into keeping ourselves fit and healthy, because we do balance both.
Or specifically on that note, you go to an active duty unit, right? They PTing, if not every day, multiple days a week.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed everybody, unless you have something pressing. And if that's the case, you're still doing PT.
Mm-hmm.
So PT to them is like
it's every day.
It's like death and taxes. You're going to do it. That's part of it.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what?
It's night.
I mean, you have to put in the work. And you know what? I'm preaching to the choir.
That's irrelevant for everybody, because you could do PT every day and still not be good. You could do PT every day. It all depends on your unit. You could do the bare minimum, your preps, CD1, CD2, your recovery. That's, if you do it properly, that's your PT session for the day, an hour to an hour and a half. When you're doing it at a company level, even a platoon level sometimes, that's your hour to hour and a half PT. That doesn't mean you're going to be good at stuff. You could still fail at running. Like, you still have to put in that work outside. That's why they have the green, red, and yellow at the DFAC, because you still have to make sure you're eating properly. Because you can work out, but still eat like crap and drink and do everything bad for you, and you're not going to be good.
What good, right? What good is that? Yeah, I think, you know what? I think we covered a lot. I think we talked
quite a bit, huh?
Quite a bit.
I mean,
a wide variety of things.
If you keep the drinks coming, goddamn, I can't even speak already. If you keep the drinks coming, I'm pretty sure we could be here all night.
I listen.
I am here all night, but
two is enough right now. I mean,
what I would like to say though, because I definitely think it has been long enough, is that no matter what, so it's going to take the first step. You need to get out of your headspace.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, what if this? What if that? Just get up and do it.
Just get up and do it.
Just like I said, right? There's no better time than today. Why not today?
Or tomorrow.
Why not today? Why not today, right?
Because it's 7:30. I'm gonna go to bed soon.
Take that step, right? Don't be scared. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just do it. Take that risk and progress for you, not for anybody else.
I think I'm going to. You know what? I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I do appreciate everything that you guys have said when it comes to this, because that's me. You described me totally as far as getting in my head. So you know what? I mean, I'm honestly, for me, I'm going to try.
Good.
To get past that hump.
That's the thing. It's just take that step.
Yeah. Before we close out, I've been procrastinating going to church, right? And at one point, Gary, you were going to come with me, right? And then you had to go away for the weekend, which is fine, right? And I sat here the night before and I was like, okay, I should go because if I don't go, I'm going to feel like crap. And then it'll just be a vicious circle, right? And then next week I'm going to say I'm going to go and I don't go. At first, I was a little skeptical about going here because it's a new church. It's a new area that we're in. So whatever. The day of, I woke up early. I had an alarm, and I was like, man, like maybe I should call somebody so they could come with me. And it's like, it's a personal thing. So why should I invite somebody else, right? So I took that step, and I took that risk, and I, got up, got dressed, got on the bike. It's like 5 minutes away, which is fantastic, right? And I stood there, throughout the service, and it really made me feel good. And that was my step. Then
Your
the next
step to
thing,
go.
yeah. And then that was Sunday, and then Monday I woke up early. I went to the gym downstairs, and I ran into Riv, and it was like he was surprised to find me there, right? Because we usually go to the gym together. But I say that
I was
to
surprised to hear secondhand.
and again, I did it for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did it because I need to get back into my routine. Once I get into a routine and I stay focused on it, I'm gonna continue that routine, right?
Okay.
So it's all of taking that first step.
You're right.
So
And maintaining it.
and then maintaining
Maintaining it. And, like Lawson said earlier, hey, find that buddy if you can.
Or if not,
If not,
be your own buddy.
and try. Yeah, right. Just do it. Just do it at the end of the day. I know that's a slogan.
Just do it.
But just and if you think about it, just get off your ass and just go.
And the best motivation you can have, right? Is Gary, do you like fitness?
Oh, no, we're not gonna go into that.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I do not like fitness.
And on that note, this wraps up episode 2. Thanks.
Second sip.
Yes.
Second sip.
Sip 2. We are naming them sips.
I'm not
right?
falling for that fitness joke.
Yes.
Thanks, Gary. Our sips will be sips, not episodes. So thanks for listening to sip number 2. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at The Reserve Pour. If you have any comments or questions, shoot us your emails to podcast@thereservepour.com. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. This is a old recording. So if you guys watch our live stream, if you guys saw our intros, and thank you again so much for listening. We're excited to be here, and
Appreciate your support.
yes,
right?
absolutely.
So with that being said, deuces.
Peace.